Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So this whole beef between Cardi B and Tasha K has really just gotten completely out of hand. Now, I've made mention of this, I'm sure, somewhere along the lines that it is really ridiculous when people bring this kind of mess to social media because nobody wins in the situation. Everybody looks goofy. Everybody looks ridiculous and immature. But anyways, in case you didn't know, this all started back whenever Tasha K was making some statements about Cardi B. Now, I didn't see the video where she said what she said that was so bad about Cardi B. Some of the OG people here on YouTube do. They saw the videos. I did not. So like I said, I don't know. But whatever it was, I guess it, was basically worthy of a defamation charge, or a defamation lawsuit, rather. Now, people keep forgetting something. People have the right to freedom of speech. They keep forgetting that on these little apps, like I said, people can say what they want to say as long as it's not something racist, hate speech. You're not out here saying stuff that's not true or spreading rumors or false information about somebody or saying something that's so disrespectful or, like I said, so dishonest that it's causing damage to a person's character, their brand, causing them to lose money or emotional damages. Now, notice what I said. If it's not true and it causes damage to their brand, it's defamation, slander, or causes them emotional damages. Now, what I feel like people get confused is people telling the truth versus something that's not the truth, something that's a rumor, and like I said, damaging to a person's reputation, defamation, right? So if you're out here doing something stupid that you ain't got no business doing, and it just happens to get splooshed all in the media, and somebody talks about it, I don't think there's much you can really do about that. Correct me if I'm wrong, for anybody who knows the law and the legal system. But if it's just the truth, it's just the truth. And you ought not be out here doing stupid stuff that could be used against you. Let me just put it that way. But if it's not the truth, then that's something that you can fight. Now, do I think she should have sued her for $4 million? Of course not. That's absurd. Like, that's petty and beneath her and quite immature if you ask me. I think maybe 100K, 50K would have been, substantial enough. But to sue her for $4 million, that was ridiculous. Like, she knew that Tasha K didn't have that kind of money. She was just being petty and vindictive. But a lot of people, as I've seen on social media, have been patting her on the back for it, congratulating her. I'm not saying that she shouldn't have filed a lawsuit if she felt like what Tasha K said, did fall under defamation. Go ahead and sue her. But like I said, for something that outlandish and for people to back her up the way that they do, it's giving a real, when somebody goes low, you go lower. And be just as bad as them, if not worse. And now y'all both look stupid. But anyways, just recently, TK was at it again, and she splooshed some more information in the media, talking about how Offset was over here cheating on Cardi B again. Surprise, surprise. And I said this before, because they got into a big, spat, so to speak, because of her putting that information out there, which is the truth. So, like I said, it's not like a lot she can do but be mad and go back and forth and cuss her out. But I mentioned this in a previous video. Cardi B is the type of person who can dish it out but can't take it. And I cannot stand people like that. You mean to tell me that you filed a whole lawsuit for $4 million against somebody who did not have it to give to you, and you knew that because you were just being petty and vindictive, and I've mentioned that she was within her rights to do so, and expect them to not do something to get back at you? Now, like I said, I'm not saying that she shouldn't have filed a lawsuit, but if she really thought that she was going to get out of that unscathed without having to deal with Tasha K, she was goofy. And the reason why I mentioned that was because she had a real problem with Tasha K bringing out that information about Offset cheating on her. And also, if I'm not mistaken, Tasha K was also another person who had an issue with what she said about that billionaire stepson whenever they were going back and forth. And she has all the smoke for black women, but she didn't have a whole lot of smoke for that white billionaire stepson, though, who didn't bite his tongue in his response to what she said about him. But anyways, what bothers me the most about this situation is, again, the dishing it out but not being able to take it. She's one of those people also that will always blame the other women instead of blaming her husband. In case you didn't know, women, that empowers the men to keep cheating on you. Okay, they look at you like the cuckoo bird that you are for doing that, and then they say, oh yeah, I'm gonna just keep cheating on her because she goofy enough to stand up for me. She basically just stood up for me, which is basically what it is. Every time you constantly blame the other women, which they were wrong as well, but your husband was the one who took the vows and was supposed to be faithful to you. So the fact that she would go after other women harder than she would her own husband for cheating on her, not only do I give her a side eye, but I think it makes her almost as raggedy as him. Another thing that bothers me about this, so for some stupid reason, people love, especially black women, they love to assign blackness to people who are not black. I cannot tell you how many times people have called this woman black. I don't remember ever hearing her say that she was black or proudly claim blackness. Now, if she has, politely correct me in the comments, because I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, and I'm sure I'll be wrong in the future. As far as I'm concerned and understand, she has already shown everybody how she feels about black women, which is why I really don't understand why black women even take up for her or support her. It's beyond me. It really is. But anyways, the part that really bothered me and disturbed me a lot was when she was on, it was some kind of like Twitter conversation that they have on Twitter or whatever. And she was basically talking about, you know, she's that bad bee, this, that, and the other, that whenever she goes around ball players and athletes, or I think it was ball players and athletes that she used as an example, which is interesting that she would use that particular demographic as an example for reasons that I'm not about to explain in this video. But basically when she goes around them, they get nervous and all this kind of stuff in her presence. And basically that she'll just be cuffed by another rich N-word. And that was directly from her mouth from the video. There were people literally praising her for saying this, talking about, oh, well, she knows her worth and she's not going to settle for less, which is a joke to me because when she married him, she literally settled for less. She knew that this guy was no good, and she got with him anyways for the reasons that we all know. Like I said, I'm not going to go into it in this video. She already settled for less. But people were praising her, talking about, that's right, you leave Offset, you know your worth, girl. But if this had been another woman, another demographic of woman, they would be calling her all kinds of dogs and B-words and hoes, and ain't nobody about to be with you. You done already hit the wall, you're washed up, nobody's going to marry you. I'm just, appalled and disturbed at the double standards that are being created with these women here. And again, another non-black woman that uses the N-word like it's water and nobody says anything about it. We can just go ahead and add that to the list of things that people don't want to talk about, that people don't want to acknowledge, that you can't bring up without somebody having some stupid rebuttal to say. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think of all of this down in the comments below. Respectfully, don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all have a blessed day.